Greetings and welcome to another wonderful year of Bret Hart Physical Education. Only this time, we're doing it online. Who'd have thunk it? We're in a situation where we have fires and smoke, we have COVID-19 shelters in place, and we really don't know how long it's going to take before this stuff ends. We shall see. During this time, we're going to try the best to provide the best education possible for your student. We are currently running using the WebEx meetings and the Canvas websites to host our classes. On Canvas, my class in particular is mainly run off of only one page, and this is the home page. All information for this class can be found on the home page. The home page will consist of a schedule for your kids to look at, also for the videos of the day. I've found that the best way to make sure that we have as minimal lag as possible is to post the information that we are using pre-recorded onto that particular website. Now, we will be doing interactions with the young children. We will be having WebEx meetings daily when their schedule is requiring them to be in PE. But should we encompass any sort of lag, any sort of bandwidth issues, any sort of situation where we are not able to communicate clearly, which unfortunately is happening more than we would like, the information is always going to be on our homepage as to which videos to be utilized for the day. We are trying to get a balance out of the student. My biggest thing is usually I am anti-screen time. I try to get the kids off the screen as much as possible, up and moving. Obviously, right now, this is at a conflict for me. So, saying that to say, we are trying to utilize the screen time to help and assist with their movement. We are doing things that are less traditional for us in the sense of we are doing less sports, obviously less running, due to the conditions that exist not only with the COVID-19, but especially with the smoke that has been taking place for the fires over the last week or so. And we are incorporating things that catch balance, such as yoga, meditation, and then, of course, we get some bodyweight exercises through either circuit training or high-intensity workout. Now, every day there will be some movement. So things that your student will need, they will need to be wearing clothes that they feel comfortable in moving. It does not have to be their PE clothes. If they want to wear their PE clothes, that would be not a bad idea. But if they have basketball shorts or other clothing that they feel is loose in the comfort of their own home, as long as it's appropriate, then I'm all for it. The second thing they will need is an area that is clear around them that they can get up and do some basic bodyweight moving and stretching. We will likely not do an immense amount of exercise and moving because of the unreasonable expectation for everyone to have the same amount of space. So all that is to say is a nice area, maybe 6 feet by 6 feet would be ideal. Proper clothing would be good, and water would be good. We're going to be learning about hydration and normal bodily functions throughout this class. Additionally, one thing that we want to keep in mind is that we want to have all students with a positive attitude. We understand that all students are not operating under the same experiences. Some students were able to hike and bike and run and do a lot of activity during the shelter in place initially. And some students were in scenarios where they weren't allowed to maybe leave the home or just only go into the backyard. And we don't expect anyone to be a professional athlete at this juncture. We simply want to get them out from in front of the screen and moving a little bit to bring some balance back into their life. We will have many different things that we will do. The big focus of this unit is going to be learning the musculature of the body and learning how the movement is associated with particular musculature. We will have one exam at the end of the semester to identify the 13 major muscles, and then we will also be graded in this classroom based upon our participation, our effort, attitude, and those are the three areas in addition to the aforementioned exam. Now, with participation, as long as you're giving it the old Bronco try, you're A-OK. Given a decent effort, good to go. So what that means is cameras need to be on at all times so we can at least see that your student is giving it the best that they can do and getting some movement in. If the cameras are off and it's due to a network issue, that's okay. It identifies that in the form of a triangle, we shall know. If your student has the camera off, then they need to either contact me. Ideally, you would contact me and say we have a camera issue, or they unfortunately may not receive credit for the day depending on the consistency of their camera being off. We have much more that we need to get through, and PE and movement is a key in part for the person, but in the overall scheme of things, safety is the number one thing. So we're hoping that everyone is having a wonderful year as much as they can, and we are going to try and get our young men and young women as much growth as possible. Every day we'll end with a shower or some sort of ability to clean themselves because they're in the privacy of their own home, and they will be sweating. And I think there's no better time to learn that hygiene is important. And I think everyone who does some sort of running or working out or biking or exercise activity would agree that it's important to shower afterwards. So we're trying to get that time built in for the students just like it was built in for us. I hope everyone is doing well. If you have any explicit questions or any specific questions, please feel free to contact me anytime at tschumake@sjusd.org. I hope you're doing well and have a wonderful day. Push.